Hello, I'm Shelley and I'm the Activities Director for the Dallas Modern Quilt Guild. And in this video, I want to demonstrate our June block lottery block. What are we making? We are going to do improv house blocks. So get out your scraps, get your creativity ready, and let's make some houses. Oh, yes, let's talk about block units. The unit is 2 blocks, and as always, you bring in 4 blocks, 2 units, you get your name in twice. So I can't wait to see what everybody brings in. I know they're going to be fabulous. So I've made myself this little sketch just so I know how we're going to put this together. We're going to do, the first part we're going to do is the house part. So we're going to do the house, the door, the house, the window, and the house. And we're going to put that together. We're going to put the top part of the house on. So then we have this section done, number 1. Number 2, we're going to make the roof. That we're going to attach. And then at the end, we're going to do the grass or the foundation, whichever you want to call that. So let's start. Now we have our guidelines, so we know what we're going to do. We're going to attach our house to the door to the house. So I went into my scraps, which, oh my God, you know, they're never ending. Look at this old cave I have from 100 years ago. Look, is it not like the perfect sky? Got this for my house. So what am I going to do? I think I'm going to do the roof in this, the grass in this, here's my door. Let's pull this down a little bit. Here's my door, and here's my window. So let's start putting this together. Okay, so these are my pieces. For the first part of this block, we're going to do, for the house part, we're going to do house, door, house. Okay. Then we're going to do window, door, house. So house, door, house. Then we're going to do window, house, house. And then I'll put all these together. So let me go sew on that. Okay, here's the first part of this block. Let's do the second. Okay, now we want to put these two pieces, these two sections together. I'm going to trim this so that they're about the same size. All right, this part of the house is together and I've given it a little press. Now we need to put the top part of the house before we put the roof on. So let me just, I'm just going to come over here, eyeball this, not measuring. You could use the rotary cutter if you wish. I just had my scissors out. I'm just going to use those. We're going to put that right there. Okay, so the house part's done. We are going to want to put some sky right here, but let's make the roof first, and then we'll add the sky. So this is our roof. This is the fabric for our roof. And what we can do here is we have the option of making it a very pointy roof, or we can make it flatter. I'm going to demonstrate both. I'm going to put this block together first, and then I will, with a pointy roof, and then I will demonstrate how you can put together another block with a flatter roof. So I do want the rotary cutter for this. Okay. One. Okay, so this is my house. This is how I want to make my sky. Just going to, here's one side. Here's the other side. So you can see, I'll sew these together. I'll sew them together like this. I cut this one first and this one second, but I'm going to sew them together the exact opposite. I'm going to sew this one first and that one next. And then we have a roof for our house. Okay, look. Okay, here's my house block. Now I need to, actually I think I'm going to trim this up a little bit, just for grins. I'm going to cut a little bit off this roof. Okay, I'll trim this a little bit. Yeah. Gives me a little more room. So now I want to put okay, at this point, this house is pretty straight. If I wanted this house to be a little wonkier, this would be the time to do that. So what I would do is do it this way, or we can cut this, trim it off right here at a slight angle, just ever so slightly. Now, our house is we have kind of a little wonky edge to this house. It's kind of funky. Okay, Let's get this together. You do not have to do this if you want your house straight. This is your house. Build it how you want. Okay. We've got the roof and the sky. Let me put the roof on, and then we'll get this lawn put on. Okay, cute, right? Now we need a lawn. So I've got this, I had this polka dot stripe. Perfect. How cute is that? Okay, let me add the ground and then we'll come back and trim this block up. Actually, I think I'm going to give this one, I am going to straighten this up real quick before I sew that on, just because. I'm not so concerned the back look perfect, but just, that's all. I'm a big fan of reducing bulk. Okay. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay, let me go sew this. Okay, there we go. Now I need to square this up. Okay. So we want this block to be anywhere from 8 inches to 12 inches. So let's trim this up right here. Okay, there you go. It's a wonky house block. Of course, if you want to make it straight, you can. Let me come back. I've got one more block to make since the unit size is 2. Let me do that, and I'm going to show you an alternate way to do the roof. We'll make it a little flatter, and we'll add a chimney, just for grins. Okay, this is my second block, which I put together my house. I've got my sky here. I've got the grass on the mountain. And now I want to show you a different roof that's just a little flatter. And I'm actually going to put a chimney on this roof. So here's my fabric for the roof. So on this roof, let me go ahead and cut my angles. Here. And here. Okay. I've cut my pieces, so you can see where my roof is a little flatter here. I'm going to sew these on. I'm going to sew this one first. Well, the other way, when it was a more peaked roof, you needed to sew them the opposite of how you cut them. These, it doesn't matter. So let me sew these. Let's sew this on, and then I'm going to add a little chimney to this on the top piece. Okay. I think I want my roof to be a little flatter here. So what I'm going to do is take this. I should have thought about this, but this is improv, which means you can do what you want as you go. Yes. Okay. I'm going to come back and add a little chimney here. Let's see. Let me go find the fabric for chimney. Okay, here's my sky, but I want to add a chimney, which I had this little scrap piece would be a perfect chimney. Actually, I don't. Oh, do I like that? Let me find something else. Okay, that's going to be my chimney right there. So this is what I'm going to do. Take this, eyeball it. I am going to give it a slight angle, but not worrying about it. Sew this strip together, then I'll attach it to here. Then I'll have a little flatter roof with a chimney. Okay. Let me put this all together. We'll trim this up and we can look at the blocks. All right, here we go. Got one with the flatter roof. Let me trim these up and I'll show you both blocks. Okay, I've trimmed it up. So now you can see I have a block here with a flat roof and a chimney. Then I have this block with a pointy roof and a chimney. Lots of places to be creative in this process with these two blocks, or with this. Lots of places to be creative with these blocks. And you can see they're not the same size. We're not worried about this. I think this one's 12. This one's a little under that. Here they are. Aren't they cute? I look forward to seeing what everybody brings in at the meeting. Happy house building.